Hey, Steve Basic Architect. Yeah. So, you're in for a treat. We're kicking off a new project here, calling this the OFFSITE build. And the reason for the OFFSITE build is because the house that will be behind me here, most of the work is going to be done off-site. Our foundation is being cast off-site and brought here in pieces. We're using superior wall, and it'll basically be a bolt-together foundation. It's still concrete. The upper floor, it's a one-story ranch with a walkout basement. The whole floor system and wall systems and roof systems are being fabricated by a company called Harvest Homes, and they're doing all of that off-site. And they'll bring out the floors, the walls, and the roof systems at different times, and we'll put it together here. So this is been to the site before, but this is the first time I've been here. We got a lot of things prepping here because in not too long from now, Superior Walls are going to come up here with, I don't know, 4 or 5 trailer loads of foundation wall panels, and we're going to put them together. So why don't we dive down into the hole and see what we got going on. Alright, so we're down in the hole. The area I'm standing in right now, this is going to be under the garage. So because of the way the grade went, the owner opted to do a basement underneath the garage rather than put up walls and then have to fill this whole space. It was somewhat equal in budget to just do a reinforced structural floor system above the basement there. So we have 10-foot walls that'll go in. This is a spread of a 5-car garage here that I'm standing underneath. The house will then be the L shape around there. As you can see here, the ground goes up significantly, but it's probably still going to go up another 3 or 4 feet on this side here to be able to get into the garage. Now, one of the beauties of this is we'll also have an overhead door in the basement here. So if you come over here, you can see they already have the 2 square pads marked out, and then they have the space in between these 2 squares is where there's an overhead door. So this is basically the trench of the frost wall that will make up the back side of the garage. And as we come around here, we'll move into the house area right along this line here. You can see the house goes out and around, so the front door basically faces down the driveway there. You can see we have all of our stone. I'm going to shoot another video. There's a whole bunch of water issues here that are certainly worthy of talking about. So we're going to talk about our strategy and how we handle that. You can see all of our rough plumbing is in. That has already been inspected, ready to go here. We have all of our risers coming up. You can see the gentlemen, they've gone out, measured, and marked. Part of Superior Walls' system is they actually supply the footing pads. So you can see the footing pad marked there, one there, one there. We have a beam pocket over there. So all of those loads have been calculated and by our engineer sent off to Superior Wall so that they can provide the structural reinforcing in their precast wall system so that we have a suitable structural system. And you can see also here, you can see this long line with the riser, and it has the letter R here. So this is the location for our radon pipe that'll go up through the house and bleed any radon through the system. You can see here, you know, the footing line goes out and around. We have a sunroom on the back side of the house there. The owner's suite is going to occupy the first floor over in this end of the building. And the kitchen above these risers here. And then as we get to this side, we'll have a couple more bedrooms here that occupy this end of the house inside the garage. You can see it's a very wooded lot here out in central Massachusetts. The guys got their transits, they're snapping their lines, getting everything ready and square. The precast forms for the basement some of them are here on site. There's a trailer actually parked down at the end of the road. We can go talk about that in a separate video, but most of them have been cast and will be trucked up here, and then we'll be out here for one of the days of installation in about 3-4 weeks, or 2-3 weeks, sorry. But yeah, so everything comes off of here. Like I said, we have a drainage system. We have to drop down. You can see the grade drops down, so likewise our foundation has to drop down and get down below grade there. Also, we have our septic line, which is actually what, one of these stakes is, and that's going to go down, and our septic system is going to incorporate this whole lower area off to the right here with our leaching field adjacent to that. So just so happens that we're fortunate, the homeowner just pulled up, so why don't we get Josh down in the hole here, and we can talk about a little bit more about progress before we close it out. So let's catch up with Josh.
Are we down there?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Josh?
Hey, Steve.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
So Josh is one of the owners of a soon-to-be off-site built house. So I'm excited because this is the first time I'm doing a full off-site build, foundation, all of the framing members. But we already got a whole bunch of work done. People don't realize how much is involved. Like before you start building, how much work you have to do. And I know we had to do some additional stuff. We have a steep hill here that's just, a waterfall sending water down to us here. But you must be excited.
I'm extremely excited.
Having this
yeah,
finally happening. I see we got some guys there from the development company setting up the pads and the foundation work there for the superior walls. So
right.
But that's not far away. We got
No,
a trailer down there. We got a couple weeks. So I don't know. Anything you want to tell us?
It's just a lot of prep, a lot of time and planning that went into this. Doing it, having different groups that are doing the offsite, their particular offsite portions of the project. Really, there's a lot of alignment and coordination that needs to happen. So the guys here prepping things. We're having the superior walls for the basement and the foundation walls, and then we'll have panelized walls. Steve will talk about that as that continues to approach. And then the planks for the garage structural slab are also being built off-site, so there was a lot of coordination between Superior Walls and New Stress, the company that's making the planks. Okay. So a lot of that engineering had to kind of all come together, and now it's finally starting to happen. I've been looking at a hole in the ground for a year now, and it's really exciting to actually have some of the stuff. We're going to have walls soon, within a couple weeks.
Yeah, so well said. Well said. Well, I'm excited because when you start seeing this, it just means we're going to be out here constantly watching progress develop, seeing cool stuff happen, solving problems, because inevitably something is going to not be quite perfect, but we'll figure it out. That's why we're out here all the time. So thank you very much. Opportunity for being part of this, and yeah, stay tuned. Steve Basic Architect. We're at our off-site build project.